Shine your lights. Lights. Yeah. Share your love. Activation. Conscious stimulation for the nation. Are you on your P's and Q's? Am I? Well, I guess we're going to have to find out. This is a special report on the state of America. Trump in, Obama out. I would like to take a moment to reflect on what just took place in America. There was a massive explosion this weekend, following the stepping down of Barack Obama and the inauguration of President Trump. Now, when it comes to the inauguration, Trump came straight up the middle with his speech, still singing the same song, same old Trump, ain't changed a bit, and it's been a whole week. Although a lot of celebrities refused to perform at the inauguration, there was still a pretty massive turnout. Now, the news are putting out compare and contrast images from Obama's 2009 inauguration to his, and they show a bunch of empty spaces for Trump. I don't know, but what I did do, I did a little research, and CNN has a website that'll give you a 360-degree view of the whole inauguration, and it showed that his crowd size was pretty massive. I don't know. You be the judge. The link to that camera view is actually below if you want to see it for yourself. I'll put up a few images right there up for ya. So don't go around thinking that nobody support Trump. Be smart. Pay attention. Now on the flip side, at the same time, you got the anarchists, you got Satanists.
Satanic Temple.
Satanic Temple?
We're atheists and we're Satanists.
Are you for or against Trump?
We're against Trump.
Why?
Why do you think? He's going to take most of our rights away. Not happy about that. We want to protect you.
And other rebellious group dressed in all black, running up and down the street, just busting shit up, just smashing stuff, just straight. Like it wasn't even a protest. It was just an anarchist move they just took the opportunity to just tear stuff up. They had their face covered up, everything, all black, like it was all together. Like, okay. The following day, January 21st, 2017, the women power, took it to the streets. They went hard. I ain't even gonna lie. The Women's March. I mean, man, they was out there. I tell you, it was historical. I will say that it was extremely historical. Everything from the crowd size to how vocal women were being about how they really feel, things they've been holding back. It's coming out, and Trump brought it right up out of them. You know what I'm saying? Brought it right up out of them. While they were out there, they were talking. They weren't just talking women rights. They was talking civil rights. For everybody, racism. They was talking about white supremacy and white male dominance and my whoop whoop is my whoop whoop and you can't touch my whoop whoop. I ain't gonna just say it like that. They were saying it. I ain't gonna say it like that. But yeah, it was real. I can't even hate on it. It was very real. Now, let's take a step back. When it comes to this Obama out situation, let's go over a few things. He did make some things happen within his 2 terms. Let's not even act like, well, okay. while he was in office, things happened. Since we want to say he's not in control, let's move on. The most well-known move he made was Obamacare. It was put into law March 23rd, year 2010. It stated things like you can't be rejected for pre-existing conditions. Your children can stay under your coverage until they're 26. There were many government mandated benefits, the whole nine. They say about 20 million people were able to get access to healthcare. So, but as always, there are going to be things that we can complain about legitimately about Obamacare. Employees, their premiums went up. Some employers, instead of keeping them insured, they just dropped the coverage, altogether, and just paid the fine instead. They said, forget it. A lot of other people weren't able to keep the same doctor because of the prices going up and whatnot. So, but yeah, of course, Obama did other things, like he lifted the ban on stem cell research. He lowered our dependency on foreign oil. He made torture illegal. He opened up a U.S. embassy in Cuba. Under Obama, we legalized marijuana and a whole list of other things. Now, this is a touchy subject. One thing that is going to haunt Obama's legacy is being titled as the first black president of the United States. The reason I'm saying this is because a lot of our people, black people, we claim that he did nothing for the black community. I'll go in on that in just a second. Just give me a moment. Now, in my eye, his biggest impact was through his character, and allowing us to see a strong, loving black family sitting in such a high seat. Anyone from age 5 up to 21, born from 95 up to around 2010, 2011, they grew up during the Obama era. Now that's powerful. All that was in their eye, in their ear. They grow up seeing the kids growing up in the house. It was almost like watching a Cosby Show or Family Matters or some of that old school 90s stuff. You got a taste of that, Now, of course, if you were a kid, you weren't all deep into the politics of him being the president and the reality of it all, but it was still a character on television, like a superhero. But like I said, at the end of the day, those kids saw a black family in the White House. Now, we're the first generation to see that live and direct HD, super high quality 4K. You know what I'm saying? It was real. And to top it off, you got Michelle Obama, a soulful, strong black woman in the White House. Now that, I would say, is a full cup, a full plate of visual inspiration, at the least. You know what I mean? For the people. Now, let's get to a few statistics and go over a few areas where we say he failed the black community. Now, unemployment did go down from 12% to 8%, but that's still 2 times higher than white people. The dropout rate is higher. There was an increase with police brutality, racism. It seems to be at an all-time high. Incarceration is up. They say that there's more men in prison, more black men in prison right now than there was in slavery in 1815 or 1840 or something to that nature. And then they have us doing that labor at 10 cents an hour while they go and sell it in Walmart and Target. Anyway, I understand business is business, but slavery is still going on. So It really don't matter who is president until this bullshit stop, if you ask me. And 1 out of 3 black children are still living in poverty as of now. So we gonna see. Is Trump gonna save the day? Dun, 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 dun. Trump to the rescue. Shh. Niggas wasn't doing shit. Here I come. You know, all I can do is hope for the best, but still plan for the future. You know what I'm saying? So that's all we can do. But anyway, back to Obama and him being the president of all America, not just black America. Can't be ignorant to that, but still though. I'm not hating on who he helped or did something for, but he did directly help the lesbian and gay community with the equal rights and laws against the hate crimes, and made it legal for them to get married. That's direct. Now he also helped with the process for immigration to file for citizenship, especially for the ones who came over as children. At the same time, they said Obama deported more people than any other president. I think they called him the deporter in chief or something like that, something crazy. But you know, it was mainly only for criminal activity. So what you want him to do? At the end of the day, we must not forget that Obama came in during a recession, war, the whole economy was falling apart, you know, and to add fuel to the fire, while he was in the White House, Congress kept on rejecting a lot of moves he was trying to make. So I don't know. You can judge him for this, you can judge him for that, whatever. But anyways, so long, Obama. Have a safe trip. Oh yeah, I'm in Moreno Valley, California. At the same day when they left the inauguration, they were supposedly coming to Palm Springs. They actually landed right here in Moreno Valley. It's an Air Force base out here called March Air Force Base. They detoured Palm Springs because of the weather or whatever, and they landed right here in Moville, right around the corner from me. But anyway, I was outside walking, and I can actually see 2 stationary helicopters just sitting there, boom, 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 boom. I guess they were, you know, security for Obama landing, and they was there for a minute. I got a little bit of footage, and I'll share that with you. But yeah, people showed up near the base, and they out there cheering for Obama. It was very, very energetic. But anyway. Peace out, Obama. I hope you use your fame to make some real changes around the world. So long. Now, let's get to the Trumpster. He's already making moves, signing executive orders. Well, of course they have to go through Congress, but we already know how that's going to go. Now, most of these executive orders are based on his, you know, the promise he was making during his campaign. So far, he trumping. Now, to go over a few of these executive orders, one is going to put forth the power to have this wall built along the Mexican border. You know, he also plans on adding more detainment centers and more border patrol right there on the border. He wants to get rid of the catch and release program. I guess that's when they got caught doing a crime, they got released immediately back to their country. No. He said first they got to serve their time, and that's where they're going to put them in those detainment centers. Then they'll release them back to their country of origin. He also wants to negotiate with the native tribes about the construction of that oil pipeline. He signed into law that they can move forward with the Keystone Pipeline and the Dakota Access Pipeline. One of them is running all the way from Canada down to Nebraska. Then there's the second one that's right within the states. I'll put a map up there so you can check that out. Another way he's promoting this construction of this pipeline is that he wants to steal for the pipe made in America by Americans and installed by Americans to create jobs. So a lot of people can look at the progressive area, but the natives is like, come on, water is more important. You know what I mean? And based on how the protesters, how the natives were treated when they were protesting, getting sprayed with water and mace and dogs being released on them, you know, I can only imagine the type of force that they would use in order to make this mission accomplished. Only time will tell, because it doesn't look like these natives are going to back down. Trump wants to put a freeze on hiring for the federal government, but he said, you know, everything besides the military, of course. Now, one of the most shocking executive orders that he signed was to put a block on any health care facility that assists with abortions. Even if they assist you with contraceptives or cervical screenings or even HIV prevention, he's just going to cut funding from their facility altogether. Now, this is extreme. Actually, today, there's people protesting pro-life. You know, anti-abortion protests are taking place now. Now, this specific issue about abortion and women having pro-choice, it came up during the biggest highlight this past weekend, the Women's March. It was going down out there. For me, symbolically, this march seemed like the battle of the sexes, yin versus yang. You know, I only say this because many saw Trump as the masculine force. Many saw Hillary as the feminine force, given the fact that she could have been the first female president. So yes, this energy, this masculine energy from Trump and the feminine energy from Hillary, it manifested the largest protest ever. Well, at least the largest protest against the inauguration of a president in the history of America. But it was massive. I'm telling you, it was massive. There was over 300 different marches worldwide. They say about anywhere from 3 to 4 million people showed up. Just about every state in America participated. This was the polar reaction of the masculine party. You know, those that's riding on the Trump train, you know, / Republicans. They filled up the streets like a flash flood during a storm. They were shoulder to shoulder, you know, unapologetically expressing themselves without a care in the world. There were 3 women who played a very important role to organize this march. It was Tamika Mallory, Carmen Perez, and Linda Sarsour. Sorry if I pronounced anybody's name incorrectly. These 3 women, they are activists in their community, and they do their part to organize the people to fight for equality. Their slogan is, "We are stronger together." There is power in unity, without a doubt. Peace to those sisters, for real. Now, there were a few celebrities who took to the podium, using their fame to show support to this march. And they see a movement brewing. So they got up there and said some strong words. It was very interesting. I'll go over a few with you. Alicia Keys, the beautiful Alicia Keys. She stated, "We are mothers, caregivers, activists, doctors, leaders in technology, and we will not allow our bodies to be controlled by men in government." You know, I can't argue with that. These are true statements. She did a little song, you know, did her thing. Now Madonna, she came out there wild with it. She didn't even care about nothing. She said, "Welcome to the revolution of love. All people are in danger because it's now a crime to be different. Do you agree? Change will require sacrifice." She said, "Yes, I'm angry. I'm outraged. I thought about blowing up the White House." That's Madonna said that, not me. She said that. Now we have Ashley Judd. I had to look her up, see what movie she played in. Then I was like, oh, okay. She went super hard, on the views of a feminist, which is what she claims to be. She did this nasty woman speech. She pretty much used it as an analogy to compare her views to the establishment and about immigration, racism, and sexism. First, she roasted Trump. She said the dude looked like he take a bath in Cheeto dust. Damn. She stated something like, she said, maybe the South will rise again, talking about the racism. Then she also said maybe the South never fell. It's something to think about. She spoke on females getting paid less than men, no matter what the practice is, actors and actresses and all that kind of stuff. She said our boo-boo ain't for grabbing. She said it's for their pleasure, and their walls are stronger than America's will ever be. I said, damn. Very symbolic, because women, they birth nations. Then nations build walls. When birth is taking place unapologetically, it happens wherever it happens, like seeds. Like how grass just grows. Once you just throw some water on there, it just grow out of the ground. Like, who planted the seeds for all the grass? Who did that? Just some food for thought. But yeah, you need to watch the whole video. It's off the chain. But yeah, the link is going to be in the more info area at the bottom. I put that there for you. Now, the most respectable and balanced speech that I heard was delivered by Angela Davis. She was a very famous activist during the civil rights movement. She was with the Black Panthers, I believe. She had the big afro. She was out there doing her thing. Yeah, so she gave it up to all women, men, and the youth, the little ones. You can't forget them because they're the future. She said you cannot delete history like web pages. She said U.S. is based on slavery and immigration. She stated that this Women's March is ultimately about the resistance to racism, Islamophobia, anti-Semitism, misogyny, and the capitalistic exploitation worldwide. She chanted, "Free Palestine, free Assata Shakur, free Mumia Abu Jamal. Now, free our political prisoners." That's real. She said we must become more militant in our defense of the vulnerable population, the people without a voice, the weak. Around the end, she hit him hard with this one. She said, those who defend the supremacy of white male heteropatriarchy better watch out. I said, damn. It sounds like an attack on white male dominance, white male supremacy. Hey, that's where I see where it holds, because Trump has that white male supremacy type energy attitude. But hey, what you expect from a $1 billion white man in America? Just keeping it real, Now, one of the most disturbing things that's taking place with this whole Trump effect is he's actually thinking about sending in the feds, the military, to take over Chicago because of the high violence rate. Now, trust me, I understand something does need to be done. We got to figure it out. But for the most part, I know that where you have high crime, it's poverty, no jobs, so on and so forth. Let the song play. But this right here is crazy. Martial law in Chicago, that's basically, saying that that's a declaration of war. In between this country not fixing that area, and you feel me, and just the people there trying to survive, who had to become, not had to, but was put in a position for it to become an option to become who they are in that area. So they're gonna send in the military and cause all that havoc. We're gonna see what's gonna happen. Now, if they do get away with this, just imagine how it can spread throughout the United States. Just imagine. Think about that. Don't stay caught up in the hype. Pay attention. Make sure you do your part. You know, just don't be a bobblehead. Agreeing, shaking your head yes and shaking your head no. Do something about it. So yes, my people, thank you for taking the time to check out my video. As you know, I do make music. I have an album out. It's called Birth Effect Year 1 BE. All the links will be below. I also make handcrafted jewelry. This piece here is called Energy Flow. As above, so below. Let the heavens rain down on you. You dig? I also have a clothing line called Authentic Stitch. You can check that out. The links are below as well. Until next time, my people, stay on your P's and Q's and stay activated. Peace, love, and balance. Catch you on the next one.